On the morning of Sunday, April 27, 2025, what began as a beautiful celebration of Filipino culture in Vancouver, British Columbia, ended in a heartbreaking tragedy that shook the entire community. The event was held to celebrate Lapu-Lapu Day, an annual festival honoring Datu Lapu-Lapu, a Filipino hero known for resisting Spanish colonization in the 16th century. The festival is known for its vibrant mix of traditional Filipino food, music, dances, family-friendly activities, and cultural pride. It typically draws large crowds from the Filipino-Canadian community and beyond, uniting people through shared heritage and joyful celebration. This year, however, joy turned to horror. Around 10:30 a.m. while families and children were enjoying the performances and food stalls, a black SUV suddenly sped into the festival grounds. The driver, identified by police as 30-year-old Kaiji Adam Low, plowed through the crowd with devastating force. According to witnesses, the vehicle made no attempt to stop and targeted a heavily populated area near the main stage. The impact was catastrophic. 11 people were killed in the attack, ranging in age from 5 years old to 65 years old. Entire families were affected, and some victims were children simply enjoying the day with their parents. Among the deceased was a 5-year-old girl, a heartbreaking symbol of the innocence lost in this tragedy. Over 30 others were injured, several of whom remain in critical condition. A 1-year-old baby is reportedly fighting for life in intensive care, while the baby's father also sustained serious injuries and remains hospitalized. Emergency responders quickly arrived at the scene, and the injured were rushed to nearby hospitals. Witnesses described chaos, panic, and a flood of emotions as bystanders tried to help the wounded. The suspect, Kaiji Adam Low, was arrested at the scene without further violence. Authorities have since confirmed that he had a long history of mental health issues and was under the supervision of a mental health care team at the time of the incident. He has been charged with multiple counts of second-degree murder, with more charges expected as investigations continue. Police have stated that the incident is not considered terrorism-related at this time. In the aftermath, the Filipino community in Vancouver is grieving deeply. Candlelight vigils have been held, and community leaders are calling for both justice and healing. Support organizations have launched fundraising campaigns to assist victims and their families with medical costs and funeral expenses. British Columbia Premier David Eby expressed sorrow over the tragedy and has pledged full support to the affected families. He also mentioned the possibility of a public inquiry if law enforcement investigations fail to provide transparent answers. As of now, the community remains in mourning. Security has been increased around public events, and mental health care oversight in the province is under public scrutiny. This tragedy has reminded everyone how quickly joy can turn to sorrow and how important it is to support one another in times of deep loss.